Okay, so here's a really quick overview of all the angles rules that you need to know. So, you need to know that angles on a straight line add up to 180. So here we've got two angles, it could be 3, 4, 5. They've got to add up to 180 if they are on a straight line. Angles around a point, like this, again it can be as many angles as you want, but they add up to 360. So angles on a straight line 180, angles around a point 360. Then we've got angles that meet on a cross like this, and these are opposite angles, and opposite angles are always the same. So here the two red angles are the same size and the two green angles are the same size. So angles that meet sort of on a cross, the opposite angles are always the same size. So also angles in a triangle, you should know this by now, also add up to 180 degrees, same as the straight line. Angles in a quadrilateral, so any four-sided shape at all, they have to add up to 360 degrees. Okay, you also need to know the general rule for finding the sum of the interior angles in any sided shape that's a polygon. So this is a three-sided polygon, this is a four-sided polygon. You need to know how to work out the sum of the angles in any sided polygon, and that is 180 times the number of sides minus 2. So if you wanted to do it for a 10-sided polygon, you would do 180 times 10 minus 2. So 180 times 8 would give you the sum of the interior angles in a 10-sided polygon. Okay, final angles rules are ones involving parallel lines. So sometimes you have to look quite hard for these, but what you're really looking for are your F angles and your Z angles. So your F angles are like this one here, and you can spot the F like that, and basically the two angles that are below the legs, I'll call them the legs of the F, are the same. So here A and B are the same. You also need to know what this is called, because you might be asked to give a reason for why you've said an angle is a certain size. These are corresponding angles, and that's the reason you'll be expected to give. They are F angles, but you need to give the right terminology, and these are corresponding angles if they meet at an F. The other type you need to know is this one, which looks like your Z angle, so C and D. The two angles that are sort of in the middle bits of the Z, the triangle bits of the Z, they are the same. And the reason, again, that you need to make sure you know is these are alternate angles. They're your Z angles, but the technical term is alternate angles, so that is the reason that you need to give. You need to be prepared to spot angles where the parallel lines are also like this or in any direction. If you see parallels, these rules apply. So in this example here, we can see that an F is made here. Okay, so the E and G are in fact the same size. So E and G are the same size. However, there's also a very weird looking Z shape here, which means that E and F are alternate angles, so that they are the same size. So E and G are corresponding, they're the same size. E and F are alternate, so they're the same size. You can also spot that G and F here actually meet at a cross. So going back to this rule up here, that means that G and F are the same size because they're opposite angles. So that's a really quick summary of all the various angles rules that you need to know.